All right, some of y'all might not agree with what I'm getting ready to do, but I'm getting ready to take the bottle. I'll put a picture up there that Buddy and I dug out of the 1730s pit, and I'm going to add a top to it. We dug probably 60 or 70 tops, over 100 bottoms, but we got that one bottle that's just missing the top. So I'm going to take out one of the tops we found as close as I can get to match, and I'm actually going to join it with some crazy glue and baking soda and fill in the holes and make it a whole bottle. I don't know how it's going to turn out yet, but stay tuned, we'll find out. All right, here's the bottle right here. As you can see, the top was broke off. And we're going to take this other top I found and try to match it up. It's not perfect, but what I'm going to try to do is get it close as I can get to it. And first what I got to do is get up here and get something to hold it together. And basically what I'm going to try to do is take some crazy glue and actually hold it together. But we're going to use a little special process using crazy glue and baking soda, which that will actually hold it together. But first thing we got to do is try to get this thing to hold on there first so we can get started. So let's do that right now. All right, our first project here is to try to get this thing to stay steady enough that we can get some crazy glue and baking soda just in a couple spots to hold it together. I'll put a paper towel inside and kind of push it in so it kind of holds it in position right there. You can see right there where I'll be able to join it right in that area right there. There's a big gap on the other side. I won't be able to do anything with that yet, but I'm going to show you in the future what I'm going to do with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is get that set up as straight as I can get it and go ahead and get some crazy glue and baking soda in it and get started. All right, we got it lined up pretty good now. So we're going to take the crazy glue and we're going to put just a thin, wet layer in there just to get started right here. And then what we'll do is take some baking soda and put into it. I'm going to try just this little Q-tip first and see if I can get it in there just a little bit. But right now it's not really going real good. We're going to try a different method here in just a minute with the with just some caked baking soda. But for those of you who have not seen me do this in the past, baking soda is a instant catalyst for super glue. It takes about a half a second and it hardens like concrete. That right there, as soon as I put that on like that top is on there. It ain't going nowhere right there. But we're going to go ahead and start packing a little bit of baking soda in some of the grooves here and just get a little bit more in there. It's instant. It hardens instantly, and it ain't going. It's really, really strong. You can actually sand it, grind it once you get in there. This baking soda was actually kind of caked, so I was able to actually take some of the caked pieces and stick in there, and then hit the crazy glue on it and harden it up. So it worked pretty good. Look at that. Oh, I love it. That just went in it. That is hard as a rock right there and sealed it up beautiful right there. I love it. But I'm going to actually be adding a whole lot to it. So it's not a perfect there. So I got to actually, how about that gray hair there? You like that? But actually, I got to get in there and get a real, little bit thicker so that it actually can smooth it out a little bit. But it's coming along pretty good. All right, stay tuned. We're going to keep getting up in this thing and keep filling it in, and hopefully get it looking good here. There's a big thing on the other side. I'm going to show you in just a second how I'm going to repair that. Stay tuned. All right, we took the towel out of the inside, and as you can see, we have a pretty good sized gap to fill on that side right there. So I got a little method I'm going to be using here in just a minute to completely fill that gap up, and it's a pretty cool method, so stay tuned. We'll get there. Right now, I'm just kind of add a couple little drops here to kind of solidify a little bit, but that top ain't going nowhere right now. All right, now the trick is to try to fill in that big gap. So I had to have something to fill the inside of it up. So what I did, I took a balloon, blew some air in it, blew it up, just to give it a little back right there. And look at that. That is perfect. The crazy glue and the baking soda will fit on that perfectly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to fill up that gap a little bit with some baking soda, and then what we'll do is put the crazy glue in it, and it will harden like a rock. I tell you, that's one of the best ways to do it. Just fill it in right there. And well, since it's sitting straight up, it won't fall out. So we're going to just put some crazy glue in that right there to kind of hold it. And as soon as it goes in there, it'll harden and fill that gap right up, just like concrete. And then what we'll do is we'll flip the bottle around just a little bit, and then we'll get the rest of it over there. So just turn it just a little bit here. Put a little crazy glue, get a nice bottom surface on it right there. And now we're going to go in there and get some more baking soda and fill it in there, because that stuff will harden instantly as you do it, man. I'm telling you. Just fill it. We can fill it up now. We can just fill it up and get it hard in there, no problem now. Look at that. That is going to be pretty. Look at it. It's already starting to look like a bottle. I like it. All right, stay tuned. We're going to continue to do that, fill in the rest over on the edge, and go to the next process. Stay tuned. All right, as you can see, we took the balloon out, and it is looking pretty good. It's pretty smooth around. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go and add a little bit more. I'm not going to show you in the video here, but I'm going to actually put some more in there and kind of smooth it up so that when I get ready to sand it, it'll be somewhat even on all edges. So let's go ahead and get started on that right now. All right, I tried a couple sanding methods, some nail files and a file, but I tell you, I found this to be the best. It's just a broken belt sander belt. And all I'm doing is going in, just put it on there and turn it, and it's making it nice and round. I did end up adding a little bit more crazy glue in some of the gaps that weren't perfect. So, and you actually spend a lot more time than what I'm doing. At least I got the top on right now, and I'll show you here in a minute what it looks like. But I may end up going back and re-sanding it, add some more, make it perfect smooth. But I want to at least get the top on tonight and see how it looks and how it works. So I didn't spend that much time on this tonight, so I just want to try to get on and see how it works. I think it's looking good. It's pretty smooth using that, just turn it with your hand there. So now the next step will be to colorize it. I'm not an artist, but we're going to make it look as good as we can. All right, stay tuned. I'll show you what I'm going to do. All right, I am stoked with the way this thing turned out so far. 1730 bottle. As y'all saw me using the crazy glue and baking soda to make a nice smooth edge on this right here, I think it looks great, man, just like one. But the next question is, I got to go in here and do a little colorizing here to make it look like the bottle. I did just go up to the dollar store. I bought a bunch of different colors to work with right there. So I'm going to try to start off with just kind of going with a brown, then a little black in it. I got a little gold mist to go in there. Anyway, we're going to see how it turns out. I'm not an artist, but I think I can make it look pretty good from a distance. You'll never tell it. Stay tuned. We'll give it a shot right now. All right, next we're going to mix a little bit of black in here. We can always come back and do some other stuff in here too if we don't end up liking it. I think it'll be okay. But right now, I think this is going to look okay. And we'll have to come back on top of that with some more. But it's starting to blend in a little bit now, I think, around the edges here and all. I like it. I could leave just a little bit of brown underneath like that, and I'm going to take my finger and rub this a little bit. I stuck just a little bit of gold in the corner right there, but we'll see how that goes in here. Right here, I put just a little bit of gold sheen in there right there. Kind of knock it down a little bit. There we go. Then I can mix in a little bit. I need to get a paper towel though, so I don't get all over my hands. I'm thinking we can take this and kind of go like this to kind of smooth it in a little bit. Look at that. Dude, I am liking that right there. I'm liking it a lot. All right, we're gonna go through a couple more coats and a couple more swipes like that and get just the way we want it. Stay tuned. I like it. I like it. All right, my final application, I'm going to use some of this Renaissance wax to give it a nice sheen to it, so that it gives a nice little bit of a glow to it, so it matches the rest of the bottle there a little bit. I'm liking it. I tell you what, The best thing about it, I can actually go back and re-sand some if I really want to do it, because it's as hard as a rock. But just for a quick 20-minute repair job, I tell you what, I'm happy. I'm happy with that right there, just like it is. I may never touch it again, but I might end up, I didn't spend enough time really sanding it really, really smooth, but you could do it. This stuff will be there forever, so. Man, I love it. Look at that. Is that pretty or what? I like it. Man, I like it. All right, man. Appreciate everybody coming along on that little repair job. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share. Subscribe to the Gigmaster. You never know what we'll be doing next. I like it. Stay tuned.